Hello everyone, my name is Sunny and I have a yes or no pick a card. I think many of you guys are very fond of these because they're pretty quick and to the point, and I think that's probably what I'm best suited at because I am terrible at making long videos. So I have 6 piles for you guys today. I have a yes or no pick a card, and the theme for today is going to be music related. So would being in the music and sorry, I want to sneeze. Sorry. Would being in the music industry work out for you? So I have 6 piles. If you're interested in music, this would be a great reading. Just more or less give you an idea, just plain and simple. So I will start with the first pile. So pile number 1, you have the death card upright. So being in the music industry would be a positive experience for you. Pile 1. Would it work out? Likely, but there's gonna be a lot of changes and drastic changes at that. So you're gonna have to constantly reinvent yourself, reinvent your style. Likely, maybe constantly like change companies or change maybe instruments, or like you're gonna have to be very very versatile with the things that you're gonna have to do. So you constantly have to reinvent yourself to accommodate what's needed in the industry. I think it's a very good luck to everybody who wants to be in the music industry, but it can be very cutthroat. It can be very straining on the body. You can do it. You can manage. If you want to be even someone that's a producer or a songwriter, it can be managed, but you have to accommodate yourself to the many genres that are being shown to you. Many different people that work with you want to kind of give their input as well, so you're going to have to mend your input with their input and make it work. So yes, it can be productive, but it's going to be a constant death and rebirth of your character, your persona that you create, or just very much your ideals, more or less. You just have to roll with the punches, pile 1. So yes, it will be productive and fruitful, and likely you will win good money, if I may say so, pile 1. So that's just an added bonus. So pile number 2, will the music industry work well for you? Pile number 2, you have the 7 of Wands upright. So yes, there will be much competition. There will be a lot of competition for you, pile number 2, but I think you're up for it. You're up for the game. You have a competitive streak to you. I think you have a sharp tooth, if that's more or less the right, I think that's the proper analogy. I can't remember, but yes, you're gonna have to very good and at fighting the competition out. It's like either you're fighting for the same spot, or there's many artists like you that want to do the same thing, and you're gonna have to just kind of stand out, push the competition out. You have to do something that's gonna be radical, maybe, or something that's just showing that you have more initiative than these other artists or these other people that want to be in the same industry as you. Maybe you want to work in the same, maybe you want to play the same instrument, but you just have technique. Again, technique is what's going to allow you to more or less thrive in this industry for your specific situation, pile number 2. Again, I feel that maybe, I think you have dexterity to you, you have ambition. It's just someone that's wanting to be at the very top. Look at all these wands, and the guy's on top of like the world, and he's just kind of fighting them off, and he's standing in tall in like the very top, in the creme of the creme, right? So again, you decide how fruitful. Every pile is going to be how fruitful you decide to make it. So it's depending on how much you put out or what's creatively attractive to people in the masses. And I think for you, it's going to be, you will stand out, but you're going to have a lot of competition. It'll be quick. I think you'll rise up to the ranks quick, or at least you'll get noticed quickly. But I do think there's a lot of work ahead of you, pile number 2. So kind of keeping it short and simple. Pile number 3, you have the Fool card upright. So yes, the music industry would work great for you. I think your energy is what's needed. You're someone that's fresh and new and full of ideals, that you just you attract a lot of youthful energies. Possibly you could be like into like younger, you could be like a younger artist, or someone that attracts younger people to go to concerts or things like that. It's just Maybe you're like in a boy band or a girl band. It's like you attract like the team what are they called, the team demographics possibly, or maybe you attract a lot of like male demographics or female demographics. But again, it's a very specific niche. I totally said that terribly. A very specific niche that you will attract, and it's necessary. It's like that's what they were needing. It's like that missing puzzle piece. And I think you're someone that's just gonna kind of wander off into this by chance. I think that in this position that you might have, power number 3, and it'll be fruitful for you. I think that your energy is gonna get you to the right places. You have the right mindset, new ideas, new fresh like sounds. I think you just got it. You have that it factor, power number 3, and you're gonna thrive. But of course, don't party it out. I feel like that can be also like a double side of the coin. It's like, don't party too hard. Don't get distracted by having fun and living a life of debauchery. It will be very fun, but it also requires a lot of maturity of you. So yes, the Fool energy can be great when it's needed and in appropriate locations, but not everywhere. Just letting you know. So hope that helped, pound number 3. Pound number 4, you guys have the Lovers reversed. You guys would not thrive in the music industry. I think you guys would have to kind of, I'm gonna center this. I think you guys would have to kind of give up something that you love, break a contract or something. I think maybe you're very stuck into a certain situation. Maybe you have a partner and you don't want to leave your partner, or your partner feels that they fear that you would kind of leave them for someone else that's more famous or more well-connected, well-rounded, someone that's more worldly, someone that has the connections, the power, the pizzazz, the charm. I think maybe even the money. But yeah, I think that it would require a lot of sacrifice, and you would have to sacrifice the love of your life or the love that you have for maybe, a certain city, or like you have something you're doing currently and you love it, but I think you would have to kind of give it halfway, if that makes sense. That was terribly worded. Sorry, I wanted to drink a little bit from my juice. You would have to sacrifice something that's very near and dear to your heart. And maybe you don't want to sacrifice that just yet. I think maybe in a different time frame, maybe a different environment, but I think that for you in pile number 4, it would not be the best industry to work in. It would just be very unhealthy. You would attract very cunning people and fortunate contracts that would kind of screw you over. People would have a lot of leverage over you, and they would probably take advantage of you in kind of in like a financial sense, maybe, or maybe more. But I think that you read between the context of what I'm trying to say. I think overall, people would kind of they would get their slice and eat it. Sorry, I'm opening like a new juice because I said it like I don't want to get too thirsty. It's too hot. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And they would not leave you any cake for you. They would leave you crumbs. So I think they would kind of take advantage of your talent and work their ways to basically kind of leave you like depending on them, or just wanting to break that connection between you and your art form. They would just separate you, I feel. Or maybe you're just a very private person and you love what you do, but you're not someone that wants to kind of be in the public sphere, if that makes sense. The public eye is kind of very draining for people and very understandable. I think that's one of the reasons why I also don't want to show my face. I'm a very shy person. So I get it. I very much get it. So yeah, I definitely think this would not be the most productive field for you, if that may say so. Pile number 4. Next pile is pile number 5. You guys have, interesting, let me just get it right. You guys have the 6, right? 6 of Swords upright. So pile number 4, 5, I think it's, wait, did I say 5 or 4? I think it's 5. Pile number 5. Yeah, you guys have the 6 of Swords upright. Would it be, how can I word this? Would it be fruitful? Yes. Would it be productive? Yes. You would thrive in this industry. However, you have to walk away from something. You have to maybe kind of leave that mentality of, oh, I can't do it. But you have to kind of believe in yourself, build that confidence, or maybe leave your job and career, something that was very mentally draining on you, or maybe walk away from people that you like, but it's also kind of mentally draining you because you want to desire other things. So yes, this creative field can work for you, pound number 5, but it comes at a cost maybe. And I think you guys, for the most part, would be okay with that because you want to have like a happier working environment, and maybe the music industry is what you need to do to feel happy because you're a very creative person, I think. But you would have to walk away from something that you're currently doing and pursue your actual dream. So it's up to you to decide what that might mean and entail for you. But I think overall for pile 5, it is more of a mental obstacle for you that's stopping you right in this moment, or to get to that. But again, you would thrive, right? I think you would. I feel you would possibly be like a songwriter or someone that works in production, or maybe you create videos, but I think you would be that kind of person that works behind the scenes. You're someone that's very mentally, intellectually good at doing the technical things. But again, take what resonates. I do think you would thrive, but again, it's up to you to decide when you decide to walk away from anything, or maybe you walk away from this because it makes you happy, but you don't see yourself doing this for the long run. So I hope that helped. Last but not least, I have pile number 6. You guys have the Page of Cups reversed. So for you, pile 6, let me just place it down. The music industry would not be a very good environment for you. It would not be productive for you. You wouldn't thrive, not because you can't do it. You just have a lot of creativity. You have great, but your emotions would get the best of you. People would take advantage of your emotions, or you wouldn't be the most stable person in this environment because they would bring out the worst of you, the toxicity. Maybe you would likely fall into the wrong hands with the wrong crowds and wrong parties, and you would get lost in the sauce for you, pile 6. So I think you would thrive, yes, creatively, but it wouldn't be for a long run, because I think that you would fall into the wrong hands in the wrong areas, and people would they would just tear you apart because you have such a innocence to you, or you're still green possibly working in this industry, and they would just tear you apart. Like, you're the little fish with the sharks. Water break, sorry. But I do think that you carry your heart on your sleeve, and that's great, but maybe not in this particular industry for you. I think maybe different industries might work best for you, but again, take it with a grain of salt. This is a general rating. But again, you have a lot of potential. You might want to keep your emotions to yourself. Another scenario that can happen is that you might want to be private about your emotions, or you might want to be private about your romances or what's going on in your heart, but people would kind of get in your space and want to know all about you. And that could be conflicting for you because that's not what you want. So, yeah, the music industry wouldn't be the ideal scenario for you, if I may say so. Pile number 6. So, again, only take what resonates. This is general, but no, this would not be ideal. So, thank you all for listening. I hope you guys are happy with your messages. Have a lovely day, and thank you all for sticking by, and thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys for listening and still watching my content, I hope. But yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps me out with my algorithm and growing my channel. And bye-bye, everybody.